Sharp calls.
Yeah, and a week of disagreement, Chad. That's what it feels like. And
You know what? I'm not surprised. I feel like all the research I've been doing since our last show, I'm like, huh, are we wrong on this one? Are the wise guys on this one? So I've been really curious for this part of the show.
yeah, I would honestly say it's all split though. A lot of it is just it's like a lot of weeks where there's people on both sides and a lot of disagreement. A lot of guys think they know what's best, and uh, it's been rough. Where it's like I had a couple games I really believed in this week, and leaking a little confidence on a couple of them, just because I know who's coming on the other side, and it'd be a good week that if we weren't doing the show, I probably would take off. Not no joke. It's like it's just a week where there's just so much disagreement. We've had such a good run, especially myself this year. It's like, man, I don't want to be in this drama. Like, there's just so much going on in these games, and just the first game we're gonna talk about, this Miami Chiefs game. I don't know why you would put six figures on this game if you're a big time better. Like, there's just so many unknowns. They're in Germany. I mean, we're gonna bring in Evan coming up to talk about the weather. Like, there's so many variables in this game. Not even talking about, Miami's had injuries. They have guys coming back. The Chiefs have injuries. We don't know who's back and who's gonna be playing this one. And it's an interesting game where it's just drawing down the middle. Where it's like I knew there was going to be some sharps and professionals coming in on Miami. When I talked to the group that is coming in heavy on Miami, they really like their position there. They really like this Miami team. They like the 2.5. They like the 2, and they're a big believer that Miami's the better team in this matchup. And I think me and you are still from the standpoint of we back Mahomes in these spots. If you just need him to win the game at -1.5, I can't avoid it. Like, even all yesterday, I was trying to fight it and be like, no, I'm coming around to Miami. I can't get there. At the end of the day, there's few. I mean, I think Brady and Belichick, I'll put them at number one. There's no one better at beating you and the clock. And so many people forget, like, the best, smartest minds in football, they're not playing you. They're playing the clock. And no one's better at that than the Chiefs. The Chiefs, if they have the ball last, Mahomes, who does it better than killing that final 5 minutes and just kicking the field goal and winning the game? So I can't believe these guys are betting so heavy against Mahomes in the spot and taking Miami. So that's definitely a game we're going to break down. We might be stepping in with Seattle. I think we both knew that. We might be stepping in with Seattle. It's up to 6 now, despite a lot of the tickets, a lot of the money pouring in on them. How do we avoid it, Chad? Another game where it's like, I wish we could just avoid it. I don't know if we can. Shockingly, another really smart group came in heavy on the Washington. Even though Washington's moved their 2 best pass rushers, they like Washington against New England. I think they're kind of viewing it. Were you on the Washington? I feel like they're coming from your standpoint
I
of,
love the Washington in this
yeah,
game.
that's a ton of points against New England. And, like, that's my view. It's like, yeah, it's a trap. Like, they want you to take all those points with Washington. That is a lot of points against New England. That's just one of the stinkiest lines this week. The boys love the Saints. We already missed the boat on that. Like, we
Yeah.
talked about it with the backup quarterback. I try to get ahead of it with Fields. They've just been betting and nonstop. I feel like that's every week, though, right? Is it every week we talk about the Saints numbers moves, them being bigger favorites? So,
Yes.
they've now gone from 6 to 8.5, and that's some real money there, moving that number all the way up, because the Saints are bad. Like, them to be up to 8.5. Woo, I want to take it so bad, Chad. I want to take it so bad, but I know better. And
It's on the
yeah,
list, brother. Brother, it's in the script. It's on the list. It's going to
uh,
be hard not to bet the Bears at 8.5. But good.
it,
Please continue.
uh, Cowboys. A lot of pros love the Cowboys, and like
Ah,
that was another game I was split on where I thought we would be on the Cowboys. You like the Eagles. I kind of like the Eagles. I think it's just the number is what it should be. I make it 3.5. It's just sitting there exactly where it should be. The Bills. I saw Evan's stat. I'd be like, there's a lot of trends that point to the Bills, and me and you are being super chalky, just going with the Bengals there. They look like the best team last week. Everyone's putting them back in their top 5. They're it's this Joe Burrow's back. we might be stepping in it. And the last one is the Jets. We love it. I don't care that all these guys love the Chargers. They're all in on the Chargers. I know a really smart group that came in heavy on the Chargers. That one honestly doesn't still phase me. I still love the Jets there. I am happy to take the 3.5. That unfortunately is looking like, my most of my money right now is bet on the Jets at 3.5 and the Panthers at +3. And I hate this week. So yeah, that's it for sharp calls this week.